They had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Tua on 4th down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dotson in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And Folk is going to miss this to the right. Off target, it's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. From the 41, Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The sound reverberating here in the Dome. This is 3rd down. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. This is 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing Tua. Dotson, he's got it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here comes second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 23.
Here's Tua. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Tua. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Tua. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
But it leads to 4th down.
Now Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's 1st down. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Yeah, niggas is crazy, man. Oh, shit.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10 On the counter, Dowdle. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On 2nd down, Rogers. He rolls to his right. His first throw is an interception. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
That switch stick. That switch stick.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. So the defensive miscue makes it just a yard to go now on 2nd. From the pistol, Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. Some nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pitch it to Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got the tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Hurts. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make a long walk back to the line for 3rd down. We're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Connects with Bernard. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9, and that was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up. Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Return is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So 1 second remaining. Here's our final snap of the quarter. On fourth down, it's Rodgers. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. So the defense holds, and that is our final highlight of the first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And he's going to want another chance at that one. Catchable ball indeed. Just couldn't come up with it. Second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Throwing on second. Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Gets it out wide, complete. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Barkley off the pistol give. And he gets home. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley from 16 out. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. This attempt is up, and it is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that is good for Pittsburgh, 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. This is Dowdle on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
First down.
Now Rodgers. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Eagles see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. That's T.J. Watt. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Second down, Hurts. Absolutely fires this one right side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Gain on the play. And an Eagle first down.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Now Hurts. Lemon's got it, left side. Out of bounds he goes, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that sets up an Eagles first down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Now a timeout called. Still just 4 seconds left in the half. Four seconds left, and instead of bringing the field goal unit out, they're trying for 6. First down, a run with Barkley. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. We'll cobble together a yard there. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Hurts. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts looking to throw. That's complete to Lemon. He'll go out of bounds there. Downfield after about 21 yards. And that is good for an Eagles 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
We've set it downs from 37. Hurts. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Along the right sideline, there's space. Into the house he goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that ties things at 7.
The game at 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. That's caught with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
To number 26,
Offensive line fast.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
It's Hurts throwing on second. Over the middle and complete to Goddard. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Still going past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Here's Hurts. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best trait, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts to throw. And steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And now it's going to be 22 yards for them to pick up on this 3rd down.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He beams one deep right side. Wide open down the field, and he has it. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hollywood Brown in from 48. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.